Hi, everyone.
Hi, guys.
Hey, Lisa.
Hi, Debbie. What's going on? How are you doing this
I'm
lovely winter
This is a
afternoon?
lovely winter day.
Yeah.
So it's 0 degrees here, but with the wind chill and all that, it says it feels like -19 or something like that.
Something like that. Yeah.
Woo!
It's a delayed white Christmas.
Yeah, for sure. Oh my gosh, yeah, no complaint. We had the longest summer ever.
Yeah, it was unusual for sure.
And then we got dumped on a couple times. Had that 2 feet, and then now this.
Yeah.
So anyway,
I actually feel fortunate because I feel like I got broken in slowly,
yeah, you got to
Yeah,
have that
let's
nice
keep
little.
it
You're
warm
like,
for a
it's not
while.
cold here. What are you guys all talking about?
Like, this is nothing.
Nothing. It's colder where I'm from than here.
Right?
Yeah. So, oops, got the pin caught.
Poor Louisville, though. They're going through it, though.
Oh, they're getting it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's chill factor -45.
Woo.
Holy cow, Spencer.
Hi, Cor. Hi, gracious lady. Hi, Carol. Hi, everybody.
So, yeah. So it is Friday night. And here we are, holding it together, guys.
Yeah.
Trying to stay ahead of this regime the best we can.
You know what, though? It's like things are showing. Like, things are being obviously shown as an issue. So I like that. I mean, we always knew, but other people are getting on board. And I'm a great fan of that.
Yes.
But it's embarrassing. So there's that side of it, too. The representation we have for the United States is terrible. And that's embarrassing.
I mean, yeah, it's embarrassing to be
Yeah.
from here and have this as our clown show.
Yeah.
Kathy,
Hi, Kathy.
South Dakota. Wind chill was 30 below.
Oh, ouch. Gosh.
The puppy goes in and out quickly. I bet they do.
Oh,
Some
my gosh.
some of the fur babies are refusing to go outside. That's what I've gotten messages about that.
Wow.
That their dogs are refusing to go out.
Thank you, Smiling Heart. Lisa
What?
for Congress. I'm going to highlight that one.
Lisa for Congress. Yay.
I'm the one, guys.
Yeah. Yes, Sharon. I feel ashamed. She says, I feel ashamed to be an American right now.
Yeah.
And that feels horrible. Yeah.
Yeah, and Maya, shockingly embarrassing. Yeah.
Yeah. And Connie in Arizona, are you getting cold there too, I heard?
I like to peek at all the other states and stuff. I think last time I looked at Arizona, it was in the 50s or something.
So where Arizona was in the 50s?
Yeah.
Oh, 59. Rainy and freezing those desert ruts. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cold. Yeah. Suzanne says 16 going down to -8 tonight. Wind chills -25.
60 with Connie.
Southern Vermont.
I still say, though, the cold here is so different. I mean, 20 degrees here versus 20 degrees in Kentucky. Just with that lack, it's so dry here. It's so different. Give me this all day long. I'm okay with it. But
Yep.
I just want everybody to be sheltered and safe and warm. And
yes, that's what we want, guys. So I know some of you guys are going to get hit way worse than others, and we are all thinking about you. Amanda says, I'm already starting to eat my snow snack. That would be me, Amanda.
You have
I
no
had any,
snacks left.
I don't have any left, but if I had some snow snacks, I'd be eating them.
Debbie's consumed all the snow snacks.
Yeah.
I bet they were yummy though.
But 100% that's snow snacks do not last in this house. If there's a snow snack, I'm on it.
Same, actually.
There's no say. Yeah, so it's dry cold here, so much different than the damp areas, the more humid areas that get cold. I mean, even in San Diego, when we had some of those cold, prolonged rainy days, it would get so cold.
Really?
To your bones.
Have you been to Chicago much?
I have.
So cold.
So cold.
It's terrible.
It is.
The tears just run down my face.
I mean.
So cold there sometimes.
Yeah. So anyway, the weather is a factor. And Ness was reminding me earlier that when we did one of our predictions, when we were talking about this month, that we saw this extreme cold thing going and ice and all the things. So we did see it. But seeing it and living it is a whole nother thing.
True. Yeah.
But anyways, yeah. Wow. All right. So moving into more current events right now. Gosh. Okay. We just went through a week, didn't we? We had 45 with a couple times of just speaking nonsense for hours. And
you can get more coherent information from a nursing facility at this point.
It's just so obvious, you guys.
Yeah.
And we're going to see it get even more obvious. The
progression of it.
And then the progression of this. And the spinning from the White House is absolutely
my favorite lady, chick, broad, whatever we want to call her. I don't like her. I've never liked Levitt.
KK.
I have been obsessed with the fact that she doesn't need that position from the get-go. She had turned his confusion of Greenland and Iceland into saying, "Oh, well, he was just saying that Greenland's, there's ice there.
It's a land of ice.
The land of ice." What the hell? And she believes her own bullshit, I just
how do you live with yourself? How can you say something so freaking outlandish? And
what makes it so bizarre is it's not like she's just sitting with a group of friends. She's telling the public that that's what happened. She's twisted, and she knows that the wrong people will hang on to that twist and believe it. They all do the same thing every time. It's ridiculous. I think they just pump each other up, everybody in the regime, so hard that they do believe their own stuff, and they figure just throw it out there and it's going to be okay. Crazy.
Yeah. It's insane. It just makes them look so ridiculous.
Yes.
I can't even with all that. And sometimes, you guys, don't you do this, family? You're just like, I'm so done with that. But we have to keep calling it out, keep doing all the things, because we can't allow it to be normalized. It's awesomeness. It's disgusting. Clarence, yes, we were just talking about this as well before we got on about ICE. And they're blatantly just getting ridiculously worse. Like, they're, what word did I use? Where they just are just going in and doing whatever they.
You feel like when well, this is how I feel. I don't know if you feel the same way. I feel like the incident with Good, the assassination of Good, that's been kind of the pivotal thing. I think they're just like, okay, that kind of sucked, but it's kind of smoothing over for the moment. Let's see what else we can do.
Yeah, they're like, let's do that. Let's throw this out and see how it plays out. And then it just emboldens them to do more. Exactly. That was the word I was looking.
Good job. It's a good word.
Great word. Yeah, nothing is off limits now anymore, Deb. Yeah. Okay. Warren has a question.
Right, Maya, never smooth over. Exactly. It's that normalization, right? That they go for.
Yep.
Do something extreme, get it out there, deal with it as best you can. And then when it happens again, it's like, oh, well, that's just what they do. Well, that's not the way everybody needs to think. It's not the right thing. Yeah. They're not doing the right thing.
Yeah. And Raymond says ICE, the acronym ICE equals indefensible criminal evil. Yeah.
Agreed, Raymond.
100%.
Agreed.
I like that. And I mean, I don't like that, but I like that. Oops.
We like the interpretation.
Right. Yeah. You know, ICE taking that 2-year-old today, even though the court said they are not allowed, they did it anyway. Mm-hmm. They don't care. They do not care. And I'm curious because I feel like Philadelphia also, because I saw someone wrote a question about Philadelphia. And so maybe we should bring the question down because I do want to. Here, I'll get it.
Okay.
Here we go. Oh, it's Raymond's question.
Oh, how ironic.
Ironic. Raymond.
Love you, Raymond.
All right. So what will happen in Philadelphia and Maine as ICE heads there? Okay. So, but first of all, Philadelphia, I feel like it was like a police chief or someone like that gave a press conference and just said, you know, that this is not okay. This is against the law, what they're doing, and they will arrest ICE agents. They will not hesitate to arrest them if they try to be breaking into, when they're breaking into cars or breaking into or doing overly aggressive to the crowds. And so I feel like, also the people of Philadelphia are not going to sit back, just like we're seeing in Minnesota as well.
Minnesota's pretty much, they're setting the bar.
They are showing up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And yeah, Kenya says we also have the Black
Panthers there. Yeah.
And I have the chills on this. Oh, I just got an alert. Over 2,000 flights have been canceled because of this storm. So I feel like it's gonna, and I mean, it could escalate how 45 responds, you know, as far as, but what are we going to do? Not do anything because he might escalate? I just don't understand that thinking.
I just got the vibe I want to share. I don't, we'll see if this is what goes down, but I'm being shown kind of an analogy of, do you all remember the Night Stalker, the serial killer Night Stalker guy, who was like wreaking havoc? He was, it came to a point where a neighborhood recognized him as a wanted person for his night stalking, and they attacked him. I feel like we're almost getting to the point where, and I don't know if that's going to be Philadelphia, where people are going to actually take down ICE. There's more of the public than there are ICE. I mean, I don't like the violence factor of it, but it feels like that's going to be something that is going to happen. I don't know, guys. It's just, I'm just throwing
that feels right. And I mean, it's interesting that they are pulling into Philadelphia, because even when Philadelphia wins a football game, they're turning cars over and stuff and burning shit. Like I
think people are just kind of tired of them, and ICE is being portrayed as so wimpy and insecure, and they hide behind the
masks.
Nobody. It's like at this point, we just think they need to be like shoved into lockers or something. There's no reason to not stand up to them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's why they said we're going to arrest you. It's against the law to be doing what you're doing, and so you will be arrested. I wouldn't mess with the police in Philadelphia.
No, not at all. No,
and Clarence says there is. I heard that too, Clarence. A new Black Panthers. It's growing there. Yeah, they're on alert. They definitely. I do feel that they're on alert there. They know what's going on.
Diana Hill said, "I know that a lot of veterans have been continuing open communication, ready to act if they must."
Yeah, and so here's the thing: is you have the administration saying, "Well, you have to be, we have to just, keep, don't don't push ICE and don't do that, because if we show any type of standing up and force like that, he's going to do national, what is that called, where curfew thing. You know what I'm talking about?
Say it again.
Where martial law. Thank you.
Yeah. Initiate martial law.
Martial law, and when they do that, then it's martial. So what we just sit back. That's meant to oppress people, and I'm not saying go out and do horrible things. I'm just saying they're saying that to keep us in fear,
right?
So we don't act and we don't react back to this Gestapo ICE thing going on.
Yeah, and that's the whole thing. You even mentioning Gestapo, like look at the history books on different situations like this.
Playbook by playbook. I mean, that's a playbook by his bed.
Yeah, you put that fear out there, and people don't fight back, and then they can do stuff for a while, but it's not forever. But I think the forever is almost to an end here with these guys. Something's coming to a head for sure.
I think so.
Yeah.
But it's all meant to like keep us in fear and oppressed and not doing anything.
Yeah.
And I understand. I'm not saying we need to go out and be violent, but for them to threaten with whatever, so you won't do anything, that's just oppression. Because usually these other things work, because you have someone with common sense in the administration going, okay, this is not what the people want. Right. Don't do it. Okay, so we won't do it. You know what I mean? They work for us, but apparently.
You know what I love the most about the result or the reaction of all this is that people really are realizing that they are not excluded from being attacked or whatever. Correct. So people are starting to stick up for each other that maybe would not have, because it's like, well, not my issue. I'm good over here. Nobody feels good over here anymore. And I think that's what it takes to get everybody together to really push back on this, because everybody's realizing, no, you're not okay. We're all not okay.
And we've been saying this for a while.
Yeah.
They start here, but they're going to be knocking down your door too. So, but you just don't believe it until it's happening to you. You know what I mean? So that's kind of the mentality.
For sure.
But we've been saying this for a while, Lisa, and here we are. But again, once people are watching, and that's why it's so important to videotape this stuff, you guys. If you're out and about, you have your whistles, you're videotaping, all the things, because we're recording it, we're putting it out, because if not, then it's just hearsay.
Yeah, you can't rely on just basic media anymore.
Right. Oh yeah, basic media. They don't.
That's not. That's like a nothing. That's not a. We got to take it on our own hands. So here we go.
And what else with that? There was something else I wanted to say with that. But yeah, when you see grandmas, children, being drugged through, the disabled being drugged through the snow or whatever, if you don't feel something when you see that, that's why it's so important to video, because some people need to see it to react, to to say, no, this is enough, when it should have been enough, back at day one.
Yeah.
But I understand some folks that just breaking into homes now, they just not even caring.
Well, that's a good idea, Diana Hill. Use your car alarms as well. Yeah, that's loud. And
that's a good
press
idea.
that key fob and all the stuff, all the things.
Yeah, and they lie all the time. And so if you have that recording, it just like with Miss Good, if they didn't have it recorded, all the angles,
right,
he could have gotten away with his lie.
Absolutely.
So, all right. Okay, so what will happen? Okay, let's take a look at that. What's going to happen?
Okay.
I do see them gearing up extra because they are aware. They're not going in blind, I guess. So they are gearing up for this. A little more prepared. You know what? It's interesting because I'm also getting a sense that there are some ICE people who are like, this
dropping out.
Done. Yep, I'm done.
I know. I was feeling that too. Yeah. There's so many of it, and some of that's out of fear. Some is from fear of the population, but some are being awakened to what's going on.
Yeah, awakened to what? Okay, so I'm out.
I was feeling the exact same.
Not easy to get out though, because I feel like they've signed some sort of contract.
I think so. And then it's back to the threats too. I feel like they threaten their families and
they're doing all that,
and jobs and
yes. So not easy to get out. It's almost like a gang type of thing where
totally
they jump you in and they jump you out type of thing. If you're trying to get out, they try to scare you at some level to not get out. So that's kind of a feel with that.
So with this question, I have a few cards here. The first card I got was the Queen of Cups, which I think is almost kind of appropriate. It makes me feel good. And isn't Philadelphia like brotherly love? It feels like Philadelphia is going to come together with really supporting the people and fighting against ICE on some level there.
That empathy. Yeah, she's the queen of empathy right there.
There we go. I also got Page of Swords and Five of Wands.
Wow.
So a lot of solidarity there.
Mm-hmm.
And look, I love this too. A little transformation happening in here, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, bringing people together.
Yeah, flipping the script on it all. And then this is just really working together to provide a little conflict against what's coming against them. You know, it's like ICE is on our turf. We're not doing this. That kind of a vibe. And then my last card I got is the Hangman. But this made me feel like it's just the way Minnesota is setting that bar. Philadelphia is going to take it a little higher. Is what I'm getting with the Hangman. It's another
Really
perspective.
bringing in
Yeah.
new perspective, a different perspective
Mhm. Yeah.
of the madness.
Exactly. But I'm feeling more warmth with them on how to handle it. I don't know how to define that.
But Tom is in Philly, and you haven't seen, nothing's happening yet.
That's good.
I feel like, and when you talk about Philly, you have the city, like right downtown city. But a lot of people will say I'm from Philly, but they're like, 40 miles outside the city, and they still say I'm from Philly. So it's hard. Where are we talking about?
Yeah.
Where are we talking about? But I'm just saying, I wonder where they're planning on coming in. Is it, in the city, or
ICE is getting so nervous that they're probably sneaking in the outskirts before they hit the main city.
Do you think they'll go to the suburbs?
That would make sense.
Yeah.
Actually.
But I think they're going to be surprised, because I feel like everybody, like, again, Philly's Philly. Doesn't matter if you're 40 miles out or downtown.
Right. I think wherever they go, everybody from the larger or the surrounding areas are going to show up to protest. They're coming from all over.
Yeah. I think so, Tom. I think they're going to be, they have an idea, but I think they're going to be a little surprised about the pushback.
You haven't thrown your cards yet.
I feel like I don't feel like it's going to be like daisies in your hair type of.
No. I know what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah, they're coming in with a new. They're preparing for this, you guys. They are preparing for this. Philadelphia, Maine, but I'm focusing more on Philadelphia right now. The Magician, the Strength card, and the Ace of Wands coming in really tells a story of willpower and that backing, that strength. You have the Strength card, that power and courage, and you have a different, like Tom's saying here. Well, he's from there, but you have a different, it just is. And that's okay. It's just like, if you go to each state, it's like a different culture. Exactly. Just in the state alone. And then you dive into each individual culture in that state. But if you go to California, you're going to have a different feel than you do when you go to a different place.
That may be what their downfall is, because they're assuming every town's going to respond the same kind of way. Maybe not.
But this is going to be an awakening. I'm telling you, for the people who are following the devil and under his. So ICE, basically, when I show you these next cards, you're going to see they're going to be in for a rude awakening. So there they are, all trapped in with 45, and then you have that awakening. So they're it's a kind of a bit of a rude awakening, I feel like.
Maybe it's that neighborhood takedown I was talking about. I don't know.
There you go. I feel like they're going to be shocked.
They're like, not here.
Not here and not in the United States, but you're coming to
Yeah.
our house. We're going to be prepared. It's like Home Alone. You know what I mean? Do you remember Home Alone? That little guy was prepared.
They're setting up little paint cans.
It's awesome.
Little traps.
The bullies are not going to. So it'll be interesting. I think that we just need to continue to pray for our brothers and sisters there in both Maine and there and everywhere. I mean, because it's still happening everywhere, but you have this, movement of,
Awesomeness said, yes, sir. Tom's like, exactly.
right. So, oops. Oop. Okay, Sterling said ICE would be with us for the rest of the year. Do you see them at least being slowed down? Yes, I do. I feel like at the 9-month mark, you're going to see like a real, revamping of.
I mean, it feels like ICE is the equivalent of like KKK stuff. I mean,
you got the
sometimes you
KKK
see them everywhere and they're prevalent in the news or wherever, and then other times you don't hear about them at all. So dying down, yeah, I think it's going to die down too. But they're going to linger. There's always going to be a little something.
They go to sanctuary cities. That's where they're choosing this. Denver is one too. We are seeing a lot of activity in Denver that I'm hearing about. Do you feel it in Colorado? Yes, we are feeling it.
They've hit restaurants here. They've hit like these random community places, and of course, construction areas. They've hit those areas too, because sometimes there are employees that are immigrants, but they don't limit it to just that. I think they branch out to whoever they can grab, just to make a statement.
Yeah.
I mean, I just hear things like at work. I hear stuff.
Right. You're hearing stuff. You're hearing more stuff.
Yeah. So I know for a fact the restaurant thing is solid, guys. I do know that one. The
restaurant thing.
A lot of the restaurants here. So.
And I have seen at different spots a while ago where they were kind of, I think, testing it out a little here and there. But I've heard more and more out of Denver lately. So that, again, like the sanctuary city. So it's another city that needs to be preparing.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have the energy behind them to kind of protect themselves like you would, like in Philadelphia. You don't have that camaraderie or that, like, we've been here, done that. We're not allowing that here. We don't have that energy.
Probably because there's a lot of imports.
There's
like
exactly.
We weren't born here, so
exactly.
It takes a little bit to get your sense of community. So
yeah, we don't have that sense of community here.
Yeah,
as you would in Philadelphia. So, but yeah, it's just horrid stories. Okay. Do you want to pick a question?
Sure. Let's see. Well, I mean, here's one from.
I like to hear that, Bunny. Bunny says New Mexico legislation poised to pass bill banning ICE facilities. And ICE is also going to Maine, yeah.
Here's a question from Ness. Hi, Ness.
Hi, Ness.
So read on Trump's health, sporting new brews, and he seemed off during Davos' speech.
Okay, we talked a little bit about his seeming off at the beginning of the show, but he was, you guys, way off.
He's super off.
Calling Greenland Iceland over and over. It wasn't just once, it was over and over.
His posture is off.
His posture, where it's at that degree angle, very much a frontal dementia.
Frontal lobe dementia.
Yeah. Apparently that's one of the signs there of that. But again, it's going to get worse. It's going to be harder and harder to hide. If you missed it, I did do a deep dive on his health, and he's gurgling. Yep. If you want to check that video out, I just dropped that this week. A little bit more on that, but the new brews, and okay. I think they've backed down on it's from handshaking.
I mean, really. That's funny.
Yeah, gurgling on his lies for sure. Clarence is calling out Jared Polis as a wimp.
Oh, nice.
I mean, there's some things I wish Jared would do more of for sure, Clarence. I always think, Jared will help us out here, but no.
So I just threw 4 cards on this one. I mean, I kind of feel like we're all kind of on the same page with this, but I did get down in strength. I got loss and difficult message. I mean, you could literally make that mean,
right.
Yeah, strength is down. Is his eyesight even bad? I don't know.
Right.
He would never wear glasses in public. We know that. He's always reaching for something to hold on to. Difficult message. The difficulty with speaking and getting his messages across. I think at this point, they're just feeding him enough information behind the scenes to make him feel like he's still on top of the world. And then when he finally gets a microphone, he just, all the weird delusions of grandeur and all that stuff just flows out of his mouth. And he thinks he's making sense, and he's not. But when he gets done, I'm sure behind the scenes, they're telling him what a wonderful job he did. I don't know. It still concerns me because I always still think of, Peter Thiel and, and who's the little guy? I always forget his name. It's like I block him out. Who's the little guy? The little bald guy.
He's
horrible. I know you know who I'm talking
about. Every time you say, and who's that guy?
I block him out every time. He's the Stephen Miller, right? Stephen Miller is the epitome of evil. Every time. At this point, I don't know why, but every time Trump speaks, I think it's Stephen Miller talking. And then whenever there's a weird move that's been made, I think it's Stephen Miller doing it or typing for him, or I don't know. I don't know what it is. But anyway, his health, not good. I don't think he's going to last much longer, but they're going to prop him up with a kickstand as long as they can.
Yeah.
So there's that.
Okay.
So I'm done.
So you're done.
That was a whole lot enough. That was me rambling. That was my frontal lobe doing a thing.
Yeah. So I do have some age-related stuff going on with him, and I did throw some cards.
Okay.
And I do see, and I've often said, he's being held together by duct tape.
Oh, for sure.
And it's getting harder and harder to hold him together. And we're seeing the duct tape kind of lose its grip, and he's falling apart right in front of us. But I do have an age-relating issue going on with him. Heart, heart arteries, all those things going waylaying. So it would make sense that he's on aspirin, but I've been on full aspirin for, I mean, not right now, but I had a stint where I had to be on full aspirin for a couple of years. I didn't have that on my hands. You know what I mean? Unless he's on like
for sure.
he could be on like a full on, it wouldn't be aspirin. It could be something else, but I know people who are on those other blood thinning medications and their hands don't have big bruises. So I don't know this.
They're giving him a wonderful IV of some sort.
There's some kind of something going on there. You're also going to see his dementia playing out here as well, showing in my cards. And then I do, so I have the heart, the lily, and the moon. If you're wondering what cards I'm looking at, these are Lenormand. So I use these if someone's asking about health, because it's easier to read. And then I do have, this is what will lead him to that. If you're not looking at the screen, I do have gentleman and coffin. So there is, this is serious, and it talks about it is showing end stages of with that coffin card.
You know what else I was thinking of yesterday? You don't see him gesturing anymore like he used to. Remember how he'd get up there?
Right.
We haven't heard YMCA in months, right? He's not even trying to dance.
And his whole
this thing, yes, the accordion. I don't think he can coordinate to do that. I think he has to have his hand on.
Well, he has to hold himself up too, because it's going to fall.
Yeah. So all the weirdness he used to do is not happening. The signs are there. We're just waiting for him to topple.
Yeah. So Ness, thank you for the question. Davis. Yeah, low energy. But he stood up there for an hour and a half. And they wanted to hear about Greenland, but he was going on and on and on about everything else. Yeah, very off balance.
Yeah.
Yeah, Deb, probably.
Thank you, Ness.
Okay. We did that one. Yeah. Sorry, guys. I was reading this question from Warren. I kind of talked about this a little. Lisa and I just kind of talked about this a little bit ago about, the nonviolent, and I get it. Like, I'm not for violence. But we also need to stand up for our ones that are being stolen off the street or from their homes and like that. And we can't stand there with a daisy in our hand and say, that's so wrong, don't do that.
It's back to the rules have changed, right? We can't file a report and wait for the response and type up something. It's time to do some stuff, I guess.
And I hear you, minute, that they have guns, and that's true. So what does this look like? How is this going to play out? How are we going to, what are we going to do when we're faced with this? Not us. I mean, in general, I'm saying, what are the people? As a whole, what do we do when we are faced with this? And
if it's a large group, I hate to throw that energy out there. I think I'm getting really upset about ICE. My whole thing is, if I run outside of my home right now with a pistol in my hand, it's me against about 500 people. And pretty sure I'm going to lose. So maybe it's come to
Right.
that, you know,
Right. So if
whether I
there's
have a gun,
or
whether
not.
they have a gun, I think we're at the point where, okay, you got your little gun, but you can't get everybody. I think it's getting interesting. I think that
Right.
people are willing to protect each other in some kind of a way. I wouldn't even be surprised if a fellow ICE member steps in at some point. That would be a wonderful thing to see if somebody pulls some shit and another ICE individual is like, okay, this isn't cool, and stops it.
I do see some kind of trying, like we talked earlier, of
Yeah,
like, this is too much, but I also know that they're being brainwashed as well,
true.
to the point of like,
You're right.
like they used to tell people in the Army, if you desert, we're shooting you in the back. That type of feel to it. So
Yeah.
we got that going on. But we need to stay alert our neighbors, video, do all the things we can. I do feel that seems to be coming to the surface more and more with the Black Panthers stepping in, but I don't think it's going to be the first thing you're going to see. I don't think that's the first play, I should say. Right?
That's fair. The energy feels really different though right now, doesn't it?
Yeah. Okay. Let's see what we're looking at here. Snowballs from the rooftops. Yeah. Okay. Spencer. Oh, my Spencer.
It's Gracious Lady. You know, everybody's names change.
Oh, is everybody changing their name?
YouTube has done something and everybody's names are shifting around. They're not changing them on their own.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That's interesting.
I know.
Well, hi, and I love your picture. It makes me smile. Do they know where Donald has put all the money that he has stolen? Eyes on the prize. I do feel that they are kind of watching a lot of this. I feel a lot of what he does is kind of being protected and what I mean by that is, where you have big money being laundered.
Qatar.
And, you have all this, so they're doing it. I feel like it's all kind of all attached to these oligarchs and
the laundering is real for sure.
Yeah.
Money laundering. So
yeah,
there's lots of little paths to follow.
Yeah. I'm going to throw some cards on it, but that's the sense I'm getting with that. It's just a mess all over. I mean, it's just
in the chat, they're saying Qatar, crypto,
okay. Yeah.
all the things.
All about the getting money to all the oligarchs and himself and
Huh.
Oh, yeah. I feel like it's going to be exposed.
I feel like it's going to be exposed too. I got this future card here. In the future, it's like things are going to come to the surface on that.
Mm-hmm.
With the other cards I have here, and I guess in relation, like literally with you your question saying, do they know where Don has put all the money that he has? I'm feeling like what I want to say is it's not his money.
Okay. Yeah.
It's not even his money. It's almost like the laundering thing is him. Like he's partially a factor in there, a funnel or something. I got dark energy, restriction. I got via. I never get that. So it's like, like which route it is, right? Um, it's not his money to launder, but he knows he better keep doing what he's doing because he signed his own little contract, is what I'm feeling. You know what I mean? Does that make
Yeah.
sense?
Yeah. Totally.
It's not his money to place.
It's like he's figuring out how to pay people back, or
Maybe, yeah.
there's a little bit of that going on.
No. What do you have? What do you?
I have that. Yeah, they're definitely I feel like this leadership, like I was saying, the oligarch is there they are. They're protecting something. They are in defense. They're keeping it. They're like, whatever. It's like they've been doing this for a very long time. But we're seeing it more. We're seeing it now. But I do feel it's going to be exposed. The truth is coming out. Yeah. I mean, if we're talking about it, I mean, I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed, but if we're talking about, you got to know the smart people are getting it.
You are such a sharp tool.
Oh, yay.
The sharpest.
I'm the sharpest tool.
You are. I think so.
Aw.
It's true.
Okay. I saw something come through here. Okay.
Something jump out at you?
I can't find it.
Oh, okay. Do you kind of remember what it was?
Okay. Okay, we did. Okay. Do you want to pick a question?
Is it my turn?
I think it's your turn. I've been picking.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, if you've got something in mind, though, I don't.
I don't. I thought I did, but.
All right. Let's see.
Oh yeah, the Sasha Riley question. That's the one I wanted to do.
Oh, well, do it.
It just came in.
A little time left.
Yeah. Okay. Let's look at here. Sharon brought it in.
Oh, Sharon.
Yeah, it was Warren. Warren's reading my mind.
Nice.
Okay. Will Sasha Riley's allegations become more mainstream anytime soon and get some traction? It's getting traction.
Oh, it's flying.
And I'm actually, there was, who was it? Well, we know that Don Lemon brought it in. People are talking about it more. Mm-hmm. And I did a whole video on this as well. So if you want to catch that, but as far as the opportunity with what Sasha Riley's doing is very brave. First and foremost, if you're new here and you haven't heard me talk about it or Lisa talk about this, we are definitely those. We both have a heart for victims. And so we are going to believe you first, right?
Listen
and so,
to the victims,
yeah. So no question there for me. And I know some people get butthurt about that. but you know what?
You know what? The ones who get butthurt are probably the ones that are the perpetrators.
It could
You
be.
know what I mean?
don't-
Those are the ones
It's
that
just
get the
like,
most upset. It's like, why
it's
are you
just
so worried
like,
about it?
you know, what if they were making it up and then the perpetrator, you know, whatever gets falsely accused? That's it's so minutely rare.
That's where, the evidence comes in.
Right.
Believe the victim
Yeah.
and then prove the case.
And then the evidence
Don't
going to back it up.
automatically discount the
Yeah.
victim because you're protecting the perpetrator.
And that's what we're trying to say.
Yeah.
Our society automatically crushes the victim.
Absolutely.
And I used to, when I worked in the hospital, in the ER, when we would have our victims of assault come in, I would stand by that fucking door and I would tell that officer, if I hear any inkling that you are accusing this poor girl of anything, I am busting this door down and coming in because you do not. I mean, people that I worked with were like, oh my God, they're going to arrest you one day. I'm like, I don't, what? No. So
I love that.
I am very, very much like, do not victim blame. I'm not here for that at all. So anyways, Sasha, they came forward. They're sharing what happened to them, and they have receipts. And it literally is a simple little search. If you want to see those receipts, it's a simple search. I've been questioned on that as well on this platform about, well, how do you know? It's a simple, simple search. So they are opening this door for other victims to stand up in their power, stand in their power. The shame is not theirs, releasing that to the perpetrator and being able to tell their stories. So that's another beautiful thing that's happened on this platform, Lisa, is that folks are sharing their stories. And I am wrapping every one of you up with so much love and holding my heart space just for you, your stories, your victory over what was perpetrated onto you. And that you're standing in your power now and able to speak things out loud.
Yeah, get loud. Use that voice.
Get loud. Yes, I do see more victims coming forward. And you're going to see that. I feel like you're going to see that in the next, 3 to 6 weeks, possibly. I see it coming. I see it catching momentum. And yeah. Representative, okay, so and they're doing everything they can to protect this information that Sasha is sharing. And they're hoping that it just sounds so outlandish that people just won't believe it. But people are believing it. And I think they're kind of shocked about that. But how can you not? I mean, they're just so, the people that involved we already think they're disgusting.
And the mere fact that Sasha has tried to throw this out here years ago.
Yeah, it's been going, it's been 10 years. It's been a decade he's been trying to share this story.
Yeah. But, maybe timing is everything. And let's not worry about how long it took. Let's just take this information and get her done, Get
her done. Yeah. But I do like how it is empowering other victims to tell their story. Thank you guys for feeling safe enough to share your stories with me. And so that's good. Yeah. So, and they're not suing him or anything. And I do feel he's
Yeah,
safe.
there's no backlash on any of that, huh?
None of it. They're
Interesting.
just trying to be quiet and hope that it just sounds so outlandish. No one will believe them. But we will do more on Sasha and his story and connecting to past stories and like all the things at a later date. But we're here right now. Sasha is out of the country. He had to leave the country 10 years ago when he first started talking about it. So, and that's before it was this present. So he's safe. I feel like he's safe for now. So I feel okay about that. Oh, we're at time. Should we do a message from Spirit for us?
We should.
All right, let's do it. Pulling down the cards. So, you guys.
Thanks for all your questions, guys. Like our videos on both of our channels, and thanks for moderating and all your support. We just love you.
We love you. Thank you, moderators. They're all moderators. They all have.
You've almost got as many people as I do. Have you been throwing wrenches at people?
I mean, I did that one time. Remember, I'm like, oh, no one has a wrench on mine. I better give some wrenches out.
I love this.
But I have to go on my phone, open the phone. It's a whole deal over here for me. So,
well, I've got it down to a fine art. So, come to my channel if you want a wrench, guys.
go to her channel tomorrow night, live, and get yourself a wrench.
That's right.
There, no troll has a chance in here.
If a troll comes in here, they are really dumb.
They have no chance. Yes, and yes, Deb, I forgot. Yes, I didn't forget, but sometimes my mouth forgets. Sasha is a they them. They identify as they them.
This is true.
Okay, message. Hold fast. Hold fast. Go ahead.
It's a new one. It says, flow with the rhythm. Get lost in the rhythm of movement today. I mean, that could be music. That could be dance. That could be just the energy around you. Vibrations, right? That positive vibe. Feel that rhythm. And, you can feel other people's rhythm, right? When you're around the right people, you kind of pick up on their rhythm. I think that's what that means.
I love that.
Yeah.
We are connected.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're in movement, it's going to make other people move because we know we're connected. Okay. Let yourself be held by love.
Nice. Mm-hmm.
So there's a lot of energy. There's a lot of tough stuff going on. Please take those moments where you are just being held with love. Step into that light and be held. Take care of yourselves. We love you guys so much.
So much.
Thank you. Yes, happy dance. Do some happy dance.
Love the happy
dancing and singing help. This energy is hard. We got this, you guys. We got this.
Yeah, we do. You guys are the best.
And we will see you all next time. We love you. Thank you for all the love, you guys.
Leave a comment when it's over.
Yay.